We're going to jump right in. So my name is Colleen Pardinas. Thank you so much for joining us on this rainy day. I am the Philanthropic Services Officer and Board Liaison at the Ventura County Community Foundation. We host these monthly lunch and learns with our nonprofit partners that get to share their valuable work in our community. Today we are joined by Food Forward, Maddie Kay. Maddie Kay realized the power that food equity has to empower communities while making sandwiches at the Isla Vista Food Cooperative during her time attending at UC Santa Barbara. She has since dedicated her career to helping get nutritious food into the hands of those in need, most through a variety of different avenues, including startups, food cooperatives, farms, nonprofit, mutual aid groups. She is currently engaging community members with the sustainable food movement as a volunteer manager at Food Forward. Maddie, we're so happy to have you. We can't wait to learn more about Food Forward.
Hi all, thanks for being here and thanks for having me. I'm Maddie. And I think someone is going to share their screen. Awesome. Um, okay, great. So again, thanks for being here. I'm Maddie with Food Forward. Today we're going to be talking about harvesting change by moving food forward. Next slide, please. I am the volunteer manager. As you can see here, I'm talking to one of our amazing volunteers. I've been with the company almost 3 years now. Next slide. Thank you. At Food Forward, our food recovery work approaches two problems at once: food insecurity and food waste. So, our mission is to fight hunger and prevent food waste by rescuing fresh surplus produce and connecting this abundance with people experiencing food insecurity. Next slide. Thanks. So Food Forward was founded in 2009 by our founder and CEO, Rick Namias. While walking his dog in his neighborhood in the Valley in Los Angeles, Rick realized fruit was falling from neighbors' trees and going to waste on the sidewalk below, while folks were lined up for food distributions at Sova, which is a food bank around the corner. He gathered friends to organize the first backyard harvest, and the team harvested over 800 pounds of tangerines from a single backyard, and all the produce was donated to Sova, which is a hunger relief partner that we still work with to this day. Since that first harvest, Food Forward has experienced remarkable growth that now includes 3 dedicated produce recovery programs. And with that, next slide. Thank you. And with that, welcome to Food Forward's beautiful Fruitland. 100% of the produce we recover is donated to hunger relief agencies in 13 counties. That includes Los Angeles and Ventura County, which are our two home bases, and 7 other adjacent states and tribal lands. Next slide. Thank you. A few exciting numbers to share with y'all. We work with more than 250 hunger relief partners. We've recovered and donated over 550 million pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables, which equates to more than 3.1 billion servings. And in terms of environmental impact, that is over 489,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions, or CO2 equivalent emissions prevented from entering the atmosphere. So the issue is not, oh, sorry, next slide. Um, thank you. So yeah, the issue is not um, that we don't produce enough food, but rather that we don't distribute it effectively to feed our community. There are too many people who don't have enough access to healthy and fresh foods. While we have an abundance of produce growing around us, especially here in California, we also see an abundance of waste. So almost 115 billion meals worth of food goes unsold or uneaten each year. And not only could all that food been used to feed our hungry neighbors, but food waste is a negative impact on the environment. Wasted food decomposing in landfills produces methane that is released into our atmosphere, and that's a greenhouse gas that is 25 times more potent than CO2. Next slide. Thanks. An intersectional issue needs to be met with an intersectional solution. So when we're able to improve our food system, we're able to feed more folks while wasting less food and positively impacting the environment. Food Forward is addressing these two issues simultaneously by recovering surplus food and redistributing it within our community. Next slide. Food Forward is able to donate produce because of federal legislation called the Good Samaritan Act, which President Clinton signed in 1996. The Bill Emerson Good Samaritan Food Donation Act protects individuals and organizations like Food Forward from liability when donating food in good faith to qualified nonprofit organizations for distribution to those in need. Next slide. So here are our three programs. Our Backyard Harvest program, which of course began in 2009 with the iconic dog walk. They focus on harvesting primarily fruits from from backyard yards, orchards, and gardens. Our Farmers Market Recovery Program is our second program launched in 2012 and focuses on rescuing surplus produce from farmers markets weekly, year-round. We currently glean 19 markets across LA and Ventura County, with our latest edition launching at Santa Monica Saturday this very weekend on the 21st. Yay! The Wholesale Recovery Program is our youngest but biggest program, started in 2014 and tackles the huge task of gleaning the wholesale produce market in downtown Los Angeles. Farmers Market Recovery and Backyard Harvest are our community programs, which means they're open to and powered by volunteers, while our Wholesale Recovery Program is staff run. So first we'll talk about our Backyard Harvest program. Next slide, please. As you can see, one of our beautiful volunteers clipping some citrus. The Backyard Harvest program has started it all and it's been going strong ever since. There are nearly 3,000 properties registered for harvesting, including neighborhood gardens, but also larger scale operations and orchards all throughout Ventura County. And we harvest throughout LA, Ventura County, and parts of Santa Barbara as well. Depending on the season, there may be more or less properties ready for harvesting, and the produce we harvest shifts based on seasonality. So we've got heavier seasons, lighter seasons, and we also have kind of on and off years for produce, just depending on kind of like the tree's life cycle. Fruit donors can do a do-it-yourself harvest where they're harvesting their own tree, and we provide the equipment and also like the partner that they'll donate to. But if they're unable to harvest the fruit on their own, Food Forward will add them to a ready-to-harvest list where our trained volunteer leaders select the properties they would like to harvest from and they submit their availability. Since the Backyard Harvest program is volunteer powered, we cannot guarantee that we're able to harvest all the properties who contact us, but we do our very best. On the next slide here, you will see one of our beautiful harvests. It's a great way to get out, support the community, give back, and also get some great views. So once harvested, the produce is either picked up or dropped off at a local hunger relief partner for further distribution. All produce is being donated as an in-kind donation, and we provide a receipt to all property owners annually. The next slide here talks about our Farmers Market Recovery Program. So our Farmers Market Recovery Program consists of 19 weekly farmers market gleans in LA and Ventura County with plans to add more markets to the program each year. Each market has a different roster of trained glean team leaders, or GTLs, as we love to call them. Every market is gleaned by a trained glean team leader or food forward staff member, and out of all of our 19 markets, 15 of them are open to the general public through our online calendar. All produce is weighed, recorded, and donated as an in-kind donation, and every participating farmer or vendor is also receives that donation receipt annually. Donations are picked up on site weekly by our hunger relief partners, and some markets just have one weekly relief partner picking up the produce, while our bigger gleans have up to 4 different partners picking up weekly. The next slide shows a picture of some volunteers having a great time at a glean. Our market gleans take place every week, usually during the last 2 hours of the market, and depending on the market size and average amount of produce donated, the glean team may consist of one solo leader or a team of even 6 or more gleaners, just depending on the needs. Each market has its nuances and quirks, but our gleaning process remains the same across the board. So next up, we will talk about the Wholesale Recovery Program, launched in 2014. It's our newest program, operated entirely by our experienced wholesale recovery staff. Each week, this team recovers over 1 million pounds of produce from downtown Los Angeles's wholesale markets and local distributors, growers, packers, and shippers that would otherwise go to waste. So the wholesale recovery program is based in our warehouse, which we call the Produce Pit Stop in Bell, LA, California. And the pit stop serves both small and large hunger relief partners that pick up their donations in quantities ranging from a quarter pallet to 20 pallets. And you can see what a pallet looks like in this picture over here. This guy's zooming through the warehouse. The wholesale recovery program is comprised of 2 components that live on the same site at our warehouse in Bell, the pit stop and the sprout. So first we'll talk about the pit stop. The pit stop serves our largest agencies that require multiple pallets of food. Every early morning, Monday through Friday, our staff drives our trucks over to the Los Angeles wholesale district, retrieves recovered product by the pallet, as you can see here, and brings it back to our warehouse to organize and redistribute. On average, we are rescuing 350,000 pounds of produce here on a daily basis. Some of our largest agencies include American Heart Association, Dream Center, Salvation Army, and the YMCA. Next up, the Sprout. The Sprout is serving our partners that need a little, like maybe a smaller, they have a smaller operation, so they're able to take a smaller amount of produce and it's a bit more customizable. As you can see here, we have one of our amazing staff members assembling a variety of produce on a pallet in the middle and taking from the various pallets surrounding the warehouse. So smaller partners line up outside the back area of the Sprout and pick up donations throughout the morning. Something I love to share about the Sprout is that an organization called Feast, which is actually where I worked before I joined Food Forward, receives produce from their weekly distribution or for their weekly distribution in downtown Los Angeles. And while I worked there, they were receiving 30 to 40 boxes of produce from our Santa Monica Wednesday Farmers Market. And in the past couple years, and with Food Forward support, they've been able to expand and now receive pallet-sized donations from the Sprout. So it's been really awesome to see food justice work really grow and thrive, and we truly are stronger together. Next up, thank you. Where does the produce go? So the last step in recovering produce is ensuring it finds a home, of course. Hunger relief partners provide the produce to their communities free of any barriers, including monetary donations. Food Forward partners with hundreds of hunger relief partners in Southern California that range from small mutual aid groups to large organizations. And as you can see on this map, every yellow dot is a partner that we work with in Ventura County. So you can see some clusters here around Santa Paula, Ventura, Oxnard, Camarillo, Moore Park, Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks, all around. Next slide. Thank you. Um, some partners apply through our website, while others are connected through our current community network. And eligible partners are offered pickup slots as they are available. And the partner's capacity, location, and distribution schedule are considered when finding the best spot for them. We strive to keep food within the community it's gleaned from, so more often than not, our volunteers have the chance to support their neighbors, which is really, really great. We're so grateful for our kind and reliable community of hunger relief partners, each doing their own incredible work and showing up for us every week. Next slide, please. So as we mentioned before, our backyard harvest program and farmers market recovery program are both volunteer powered and volunteer led, sometimes with the help of staff. And in 2025, we had 1,887 unique volunteers join us at 1,821 volunteer led events across Los Angeles and Ventura County. We're so grateful for our passionate team who range from one-time food rescuers to lifelong leaders. And on the next slide, I'm going to go over some the different ways to get involved with our volunteer program. So as a general volunteer, you're able to just join us for one-off events and register for yourself for an upcoming event on our website. Whenever something fits your schedule. And for a more involved volunteer option, we have our event leader program. So our dedicated leaders complete both virtual and in field trainings to learn our ways of working and how to lead general volunteers from the public. Each leader completes a background check, commits to leading at least 6 events per year, and enjoys the flexibility in where and when they want to lead events with us. So on the next slide, I'm going to go over our different farmers markets that we're gleaning. So up top, we see Ventura County. We're at Thousand Oaks on Thursdays, Ventura on that really cute downtown Main Street farmers market on Saturdays. We're in Ojai at the Ojai Farmers Market on Sundays, and Channel Islands, which is another beautiful one as well. So if you see your local market, maybe tack on a volunteership to your next shopping trip. And then I also listed the markets that we're at in Los Angeles as well. And then some harvesting opportunities. I thought it'd be fun to mention some upcoming harvests. Um, we have some smaller, as I said, some smaller backyard ones, and then some bigger ones where you're really going to like prolific, awesome orchards and seeing some beautiful sights. And they are ranging from lemons to oranges to persimmons to avocados, depending on the season. Some things coming up this weekend. We have an outstanding orange harvest in Fillmore this Saturday, an orange harvest in Simi Valley on Saturday as well. A lemon harvest in Somis in a couple weeks on March 1st, and an avocado and lemon harvest in Saticoy on March 1st as well. Avocados and lemons, iconic combo. Um, Next slide here. Thank you so much. So impact in Ventura County specifically, Food Forward's first office outside of North Hollywood was in Ventura County. We lovingly call it the Zest Nest. Our main office is the Fruit Cave, so obviously we love our we love our produce theme here. Our wholesale recovery recovers and distributes nearly 48,000 pounds, which equates to 271,000 servings of produce each week to our largest partners in the region. A couple of these large partners are De Campesinex and Community Action of Ventura. As of last fall, we're working with 44 hunger relief partners in Ventura County, and we provide enough fresh produce to meet the daily recommended servings of fruits and vegetables for over 9,200 county residents each day. And our 2026 goal for recovered and donated food in Ventura alone is 2.5 million pounds for this year. Some more info about our 2026 goals. Over the last 5 years, Food Forward has increased its produce recovery volume by 60%. In 2026, we will continue to distribute at this historic rate and support our partner network as we meet urgent food needs for our Southern California communities. With a budget of just 9.5 million, Food Forward leveraged over 190 million dollars in social impact for the value of produce distributed last year, and we expect to leverage similar value in 2026. So the next slide just shows some beautiful pictures of some of the folks that make all this magic happen, along with the help of our dedicated volunteers. Our staff of 56 staff members is able to prevent food waste and fight hunger every day of the week while making fruitful friendships along the way. And that's about it. So thank you for coming, listening, learning, and sharing this space with us. If you'd like to get involved, drop us a line. Haha, we love our produce funds, and we'd love to share more information. But yeah, any questions, anything else that you'd like to chat about? Thanks so much.
Maybe I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead,
Might be
Jerry.
curious. Um, so um, we've been involved with something called Food Share here. Can you tell me the relationship between what you do and Food Share here in Ventura County?
Yeah, we work closely with Food Share. I I think yeah, I think like we're doing of course similar things, so like we're on the same on the same mission. Um but yeah, I think that we're like aware of the same like bigger properties. I personally honestly don't work as close with Food Share, so I know that we have like a great relationship. I don't know a ton of what it entails, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can get more information and send it to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I think too. I think with what's similar with you and Food Share too is you work with a lot of the same similar partners as well. You both provide the produce to those pantries and community partners. Um, Wonderful. Oh,
No, I just wanted to share a quick anecdote. I grew up in Ventura, and I would always walk near a park that I lived by growing up, and I would always see like a kind of wild orange tree, and there would be oranges that were just falling and breaking. And I remember always thinking to myself, I was like, oh, that's it's a bit unfortunate. They're just kind of getting wasted. So I just was thinking about the whole time you guys were sharing. I think that's really powerful, the work that you're doing. So.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it is just like a win-win-win for everyone involved. I feel like a lot of people will just say to us, like I have so many lemons, I don't know what to do with them. And when you go out and harvest a tree, like you can, I've worked for hours and then at the end of it, it's like it looks like the same amount, it's kind of endless. So it's really awesome to be able to, yeah, share the abundance as we love to say. But thanks for sharing.
meanwhile, I can't grow any avocados on my tree, but it's fine. I'm trying. Tammy, you raised your hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did come in a little bit late, so you may have said this and I forget. Please forgive me. But so we have tried to contact different agencies to come out and do a pick, but I am CEO of Girl Scouts, and Girl Scouts, if we could have girls grab the fruit, can they deliver to a particular location? Like, can we do a mass? Can we get connected? And we would be more, I cover 6 counties in California, so I've got food, like you said, Christian, we got fruit trees all along, right? If we can harness that partnership a bit, because girls love doing community service and we just need to know how to partner better. So if we can talk about that, I would love to.
Totally. Yeah, I would love to connect. Yeah, it sounds like a great opportunity for both of us. Um,
And girls just, I mean, even if they would spend the weekend harvesting fruit, where do they drop it at? Right? Because I think that they love to see that end.
totally.
So let's connect.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
put
oh, if you want to message me or email
I'll
maybe.
put mine in the chat.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we like to connect the food wherever it's going to like similar to where it was harvested. So that would definitely be doable to have them also visit where it's being distributed. Um, and it's like a great way to also learn about the food system as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
And if you haven't been to Camp Arnez, you need to go visit. So
Thank you.
cool. Such a cool
Thank you.
spot.
And
Shout out, Girl Scouts.
thank you. Yeah, get your cookies. And let me
Uh-huh.
ask you, I mean, we have a great partnership with the Ventura County Food Share, but I will tell you there's a lot of restrictions on us donating our excess cookies at the end of the year to certain food shares because they don't take snacks. And I will be the voice. I grew up in poverty and I want my cookies too. Like, please don't put that hardcore mandate that you won't accept snacks.
Okay.
Because we want, as a child, we want cookies too. So that would be my voice of reason.
Totally. Yeah, I worked at a food pantry a few years ago, and I remember at first when I got there, I was like, "Oh, is it bad that we're like?" Because we would get like snacks and treats donated, and I think that's kind of part of the like giving people the agency to like eat what they want to eat is like part of the whole food access thing, in my opinion, as well, where it's like, I don't know, giving people the array and they get to choose is so major. So I'm definitely aligned with that. Um, but yeah, I want some old cookies. Like, send them my way. We'll connect.
Yeah. I know some people.
I think we just finished giving away the cookies that you had provided VCCF as well. I know one of our staff was walking down and like throwing cookies out at people. So we're finishing them off. We'll need some more soon.
So I know somebody.
Wonderful. Any other questions? Lauren, go
I'll
ahead.
also just say, for Maddie, for anyone who would like to get in touch with her or with anyone else at FoodShare, I'll be sending out an email after this call with the recording and some links that were mentioned, such as nonprofit partnerships and volunteering opportunities, especially the ones coming up in Ventura. But I also just wanted to add, I dropped this in the chat earlier of my own experience, but I got to volunteer at one of the orchard picks 2 years ago, and it was so much fun. It was a nice sunny day. So if you're looking for something, and I'm sure there's like low impact options too for folks who want to go. I was in the trees. There were spiders all over me. I was going for the hard to reach ones, but I'm sure there's a total range of what people can and are able to do at these picks that I cannot recommend it enough. I had so much fun.
My gosh, well, thank you. Yeah, it is just, I don't know, I love like, I don't know, moving my body, getting a workout in and talking to new people, being out touching grass, it's a fun time. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I'm happy. I'm glad you had a good time.
And I have a question too for you, Maddie. With the recent SNAP benefits late last year, about 77,000 Ventura County residents lost that benefit. I was wondering, what did Food Forward see when that arose?
Um, yeah, I mean that was definitely like an increase in need, and I think especially for our team, who's working with the hunger relief partners, like I think that was like a big time of kind of like reworking operations to just get as much food out as we can. And then I think also in terms of donors, it was kind of met also in a beautiful way by more donors reaching out and being like, I want to, donate food. So it was a lot of, I think that we have like great, operations in place to just kind of like increase what we're able to do, but the need definitely, of course, grew, but it was kind of met by people providing more as well. Michael, my colleague Michael is on the call. Do you have anything to add? No, no pressure.
No, thank you, Maddie. Yes, hi everyone. Maddie and I work together. I work on the development team, so a slightly different vantage than Maddie working with volunteers. Um, But I appreciate the question about SNAP. It's one we get a lot. We, of course, work directly with a lot of organizations whose communities are served directly by SNAP, right? And CalFresh, which is the California implementation of that program. And one thing I want to highlight is that, as Maddie mentioned, along with all of the partners that we work with, we also have a dedicated team that is working closely with each of those hunger relief agencies, looking at the geographies they serve and the demographics of the communities that they serve to make decisions about how to distribute the growing volumes of surplus produce that we're recovering. So as we started to see, the cuts in federal spending for food assistance programs and the SNAP crisis, last November, it was in working so closely with our partners to hear, you know, what do you need? What kind of demand are you seeing? How can we coordinate resources across our network to help sort of meet those needs, right? Because that's what really, I think, sets us apart from a lot of hunger relief organizations and allows us to work really well together is that network effect that we're able to leverage. So we are anticipating a huge surge, right, with the policy changes that we're expecting to see this year. So we're just going to continue to work as close as we can with our partners to meet that need as it arises.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Michael.
It's such a valuable benefit. Oh, I think I heard somebody else.
Oh, I was just saying thank you,
Oh,
Michael.
yeah.
I'll also read from the chat since Emily, who's here, her voice is gone, so I'm happy to read on your behalf. I'm the guest for this call from Access Central Coast, a disability nonprofit, and I was a former Brownie, and my brother was a Cub Scout. Totally vouching for snack drop-offs if possible. So hopefully, that connection can happen. And Emily has dropped her information in the chat as well.
I thought your visuals on your presentation were so pretty. I'm like gonna like rally our VCCF team to go volunteer, so I got you. I'm working on it. I used to be in corporate philanthropy where I was coordinating 3,000 employees. So to try to get them involved. So now we have a team of 21, so I feel like I can do that.
A little easier. Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, any other questions, comments?
Hi, everyone. It's not so much a question. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Christopher Kane, and I run public affairs for the Colleges of Law. Many of you know we have a campus. We have one in Santa Barbara, but we have a campus here. Our main campus is in Ventura. And first of all, I wanted to thank our guests today, but we also wanted to reach out with messaging, not just to Food Share, but to all of you, both here at VCCF and in your own respective fiefdoms. And thank you, Food Forward, where this message goes to you too. We are offering ourselves now with new leadership as a strategic community partner. We have a campus that we offer access to. As far as Food Forward, I don't know what we could do, what that looks like. We could be talking whether we do an actual drive there or whether we set up distribution there, whatever you would like. I'm happy to open that conversation up and see what that looks like and what ideas you have. But that type of carte blanche whiteboard goes out to everyone here. We enjoy being involved in the community. We've always seen reason to be more muted in our presence because it strips from our core competency, which is teaching individuals how to become lawyers. Excuse me, in full disclosure, I went to law school at Colleges of Law, so I'm an alum there years ago. But we would like to do more. So I'm going to drop my email in the chat, and it was great to meet all of you. Thank you for the invite, and I hope to hear from all of you soon.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Tammy, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm wondering, is there, because we have, scouting, youth engagement is essential in this space, right? I'm just going to be an advocate for youth. Um, and I will focus on us. We have a lot of programs that talk about food insecurities, and we launch our calls out in think I say Thanksgiving, right? November, December. Is there a month that you really engage the community to participate? And if so, I would love to launch that, but be very kind of tactical in what you want and how you want it. But when you look at Girl Scouting across, we have tremendous numbers. And then you bring in other youth engagement platforms. I think you can get some amazing response and support if we have a tactical plan of engaging the youth of today. So I'm going to leave that a challenge. Maybe you already have one, but if not, let's set something up, right? Every girl will do something for a patch, right? They just will. So we did a council patch, and I think we handed out a couple hundred. We've never done it before, but I'd love to be more in partnership with you all. And then let's launch this kind of like a nationwide intentional campaign. So I'll toss that out as a challenge and would love to be part of the solution.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. We should definitely talk about that when we connect about just generally partnering. But yeah, in terms of like different times of year, I feel like it also, for us, it depends on kind of like the seasonality, like during heavier seasons, of course, or like summer, or like, summer people are going on vacation. So it kind of like fluctuates with like the, I guess, what else is going on during the year when we see like ebbs and flows. But yeah, lots to think about. I would love to connect about that.
Yeah, I'll put our current council's own patch program that we launched here this year, but every council in the nation, I would say at least more than half councils in the nation have a program like this, but we're not aligned, right? We run them independent, and I think there can be power when we come together with our local organizations. So I'll toss that out.
Maddie, are there similar organizations across the nation as Food Forward?
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're a part of something called the Association of Gleaning Organizations.
Mm.
And they're a collective that is basically all just like helping each other, talking through different aspects of the operations of gleaning. There's an annual conference every year. This year it's actually in San Diego, which is really fun for our staff because development actually is going to be presenting on kind of like building up the financial aspect of a gleaning operation. But yeah, I'm happy to say it's definitely like a movement that's growing throughout the country and like around the world. I went to the Association of Gleaning Organizations conference last year, and there was a group from Spain that was presenting, and they were doing like amazing things. They were also like making like jams with recovered food. They had like a ton of different stuff going on. So it's really awesome to see this work really growing. And again, it makes sense, with some, there's like a solution is there. We just need to more effectively strengthen our procedures of distributing food. So it's great to see.
And if you don't mind, Maddie, I'm going to jump in and sing the praises of our program teams a little bit more. Um, there are lots of gleaning organizations across the country. We are by far and away the largest. And one of the things we've been really excited about, and Maddie, correct me if I get any of these details wrong, is launching a mentorship program, particularly for farmers market recovery. Since we've been doing it for so long and we have such great relationships with our markets and have continued to grow and sustain those, we want to be spreading that information, right? And those best practices so that in other parts of the country, right, that maybe don't have the same year-round abundance that we do in California, but have their own, pockets of seasonality and want to do this work and have that grassroots interest, right? We want to provide that expertise that we have. So last year we launched a program, and I believe, Maddie, we mentored, it was two, I believe, organizations on the East Coast who are now on a regular basis, right? Just like Food Forward, weekly gleaning a handful of markets in New England. So we're really excited to get to do that and share our expertise. I believe we're looking to continue and mentor additional organizations here more locally, regionally. So yeah, to your point, Tammy, like there's such an interest everywhere, and we, as much as we can, want to uh, share that expertise and get people involved because it's so meaningful, right? For the volunteers who get to do that work, and of course for our community members who get access to fresh, healthy foods. So we're so excited.
Thank you. We're of course going to share Maddie's contact information. So if you think of anything later and you're like, wait, I forgot to say something, please reach out to Maddie. This was a wonderful presentation. The chat's popping off. We're sharing contact information. There's so many connections, and that's what these lunch and learns are really about. Like we started so small, and then nonprofit partners started coming in, and community members, and VCCF, and it just really has become such a big, beautiful thing, and that's why we do this, and we love doing it. So thank you again. We have another lunch and learn coming up next month on March 19th, and that's going to be with Autism Society of Ventura County. So we'll send a follow-up email with the presentation and contact information, and then send out information for the upcoming lunch and learn as well. So again, thank you so much. You have 15 extra minutes. Finish your lunch, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Michael.
Stay
Thank
dry.
you.